everyone, welcome back to another podcast with me, your host, Jeehan. Hello, I hope you guys are doing well. I know that I was going to try and be consistent with my podcast, but honestly, I've been relaxing. I finished uni, finished my second year. I've just tried to relax a little bit. I have had quite a few things going on, it was half term here, so yeah, I've had family and friends who got like a week off from school, so they were like, "Can we meet? We haven't seen you in so long." And I was like, "Yeah, oh my god, of course," because I haven't seen them in just over 2 years. So it was good catching up with family and friends and stuff. Um, Today's episode, I want to do a would you rather and never have I ever, and basically just answer some questions because I just feel that I don't really do that much on here. So we're just gonna get straight into it and go straight for a would you rather. Someone says, would you rather own a cat or a dog? Honestly, I would rather own a cat just because I feel like cats are more independent, and I know that sounds lazy, but I promise you, I have thought about this. Dogs just need constant attention, and I know that I can't give them the attention that they need. Cats are more independent, and I feel like they're just more elegant to have. Cats. I just love cats so much. So yeah, cats all the way. Someone said, "Never have I ever been married." No, I am honoured that you think someone would want to marry me, but no, no, no. Someone said, this is actually a question. It's, where do you have the most childhood memories? In my house that I grew up in. Let me just tell you some of the memories. Actually, they're kind of cute. There was we had a back garden, right? So we had a garden in our house, and I have siblings, so we all used to play in the garden. We used to watch all these magical programs and films, like Charmed, Wizards of Waverly Place, Harry Potter, and we believed that we were wizards, and so we'd open a portal and we'd go into this wizarding world in our garden. It was great fun. I absolutely loved it. Would definitely recommend that you guys do the same. It was fun. It was great. I miss that being young and little. That's what I mean by young. Another memory is that we had a bear called Mr. Bear. He lived in our shed. He's not real. It's a figment of our imagination. He was great. We were great friends with Mr. Bear. Love him. Still do. He wasn't a nice bear to kids that came over that we didn't like. If we wanted to scare off our friends, then that's what we used to use. We used to scare them using Mr. Bear. We just have a lot of, when you're like a child and times are so simple, but you grow up and you realize that your childhood has literally gone like before your eyes. Like, I know that to older people who are older than me, I'm still a child. I'm only 20, but I'm never gonna be 7 years old again. Okay, I'm never gonna feel that same feeling of not knowing that there was a deadly pandemic. I I'm never gonna feel that feeling of only worrying about who I was gonna sit with at lunchtime or if I did my homework. No, because now I'm 20 and I've got real adult problems. So I just miss being a child, really. Someone said, would you rather go into the past or go into the future? I think if I go into the future, I might see something that I don't like. So for that, I would rather go into the past because I can change the past, which will affect the future. So I would rather go back in time. Someone said, would you rather have loads of money? So basically, would I rather be rich and lonely or have friends but be broke? I would say I'd rather be rich and lonely just because I have spent a year where I had no friends, and I admit it did get a little bit lonely at times, but it was also the happiest I've ever been because I wasn't constantly worrying about somebody else. It was a time where I could focus on myself. I became independent. I became more appreciative of things that I had around me. Um, and it would be nice to have a little bit more money. but I also don't feel like you can be happy when you've got money by itself, you know? There's only so much money can buy you uh, before you start feeling that it's not actually helping your mood. So for that, I think I'm gonna pick broke and friendships because that's basically my life right now. Somebody said, do you ever feel like your friends don't like you? Because I do. Yes, I feel like that all the time. I nearly just said your username. I'm sorry. I make it clear to people that I'm going to keep these anonymous. Yeah, I do feel like my friends don't like me, and I know it sounds bad. It comes with the anxiety. I know it does. You know, we always feel like people don't like us. Um, I went out with Rada for her birthday, and because of my anxiety and because of my lack of social skills, I think I came across in a certain way that people just didn't really like me. And I spoke to Rada about it yesterday. Me and Rada went for a walk because the weather in London's been really nice. So I spoke to her about it. She told me what her friends kind of like felt, and yeah, I kind of left that walk feeling like rubbish. Um, Only because I feel like I could have said things differently at the dinner party, but when I'm anxious, I just blurt things out because I get really uncomfortable and I don't know what to say. So it's like I can't control it, and I don't think I'm gonna socialize with anyone for a while after that dinner party because I just feel basically I just feel like crying. So let's just move on. Um, where do you want to be, or where would you like to be in 5 years? In 5 years, it's going to be 2026. Um, I'm going to be 25 turning 26, or maybe I'm 26, depending on if my birthday's already gone, but it probably won't be. I am hoping to be financially stable. I'm hoping to have a stable job, you know, preferably my dream job of being a YouTuber or being an influencer. I know that because of this pandemic, so many people have gained a platform, which has made it really hard for people like me who are actually working hard to get a platform, um, to get one. So I hope that I have a platform which I can use to influence people to do good, and you know, a platform that I can use to make people's days better. So, you know, I want to be happy and healthy. I want to make sure that you know, everyone in my family's still around, so that would be nice too. And you know, if I get married, then that would be nice. But um, other than that, just really, I want to have good health, like stable, financial stability, and happiness and stuff for my family, my friends, and myself. Right. Let's look at the next. Let's look at some more questions. Um, Someone said, um, sorry, I'm just scrolling through these. Someone said, how do you make friends? I'm going to a high school and I'm worried. Um, that's a that's a good question. Somebody said, I need help. How do I make friends? I'm starting a new school and I am scared. That's completely valid. Honestly, you're allowed to feel scared. I was, when I transferred from sixth form to college, I was really like worried. I was anxious. I was scared because that was the first time I was moving. When I moved from primary school to secondary school, I had a bunch of people from my primary school all go to the same secondary school as me. Whereas when I went from sixth form to college, I was going on my own and I had no friends, and it was really, really scary. It was daunting because I was going on my own. It was the first time I was going to be a new girl. So I guess the best way is to just join sports teams and like join clubs if your school has clubs. But my main like piece of advice would be to definitely join a sports team because I found it hard even at uni to make friends. I didn't make friends for a really long time at uni. So yeah, join a sports team. I joined a sports team when I went to uni, and it made making friends a lot easier because you're kind of forced to be friends when you join a sports team. So definitely join a club or something, and be yourself because you know you're gonna attract the friends that like you for your personality and stuff. So try not to change your personality to, you know, attract friends. Just be yourself, and the right friends will come to you. Also, the way you act is what you attract. So if you're gonna act a certain way, you're gonna attract the people that act the same way as you. So if you're gonna change your personality to get friends or to get people to like you, you kind of you're gonna end up being stuck acting like that. Um, so it's just best for you that you just be yourself. Somebody says, "How do you feel about your old self?" I I love my old self, but I look at her and it makes me sad because I was bullied, and I'm like, why did I ever allow people to treat me that way? Why did I ever not stand up for myself? Um, I know that my old self will be proud of me now because I've come a long way. I was really shy. I never really used to talk in school and stuff. I was quiet. I was a, I was a, what people would call a teacher's pet, I guess, or a goody two shoes. Never used to get in trouble. And then I decided that I want to be confident. I want to let people. I don't want people to step all over me and be rude to me and get away with it. So I just really, in this really simple explanation, I just forced myself to become confident. And I was still bullied, even in sixth form. I was still bullied, but I know that everything that my old self went has made me who I am today, and I'm proud of everything that I've been through, even if it wasn't good. Um, Someone said, "How do you cope with stress?" It's never easy to cope with stress. Everybody has their certain things that helps them cope. For me, I will always advise people to take up sports because it's a great way to, get your stress out. And cleaning as well. Even if you don't like cleaning, literally just, I don't know, go to your kitchen and clean your kitchen. Because when you're stressed, you're constantly thinking about something. But when you are cleaning or when you're playing sports, especially sports, because sports is pretty competitive, you're more focused on what's happening there and then rather than thinking about, oh, I've got this stress and that stress and this stress and that stress. Sports is definitely a good way. Going for walks and yeah, just take it easy, go with the flow. I know it's hard, but playing sports is something that I will always recommend to people. Let's see. Um, Someone said, "What's life like in London?" Life in London isn't as luxurious as people make it seem on social media. London isn't a bad place, but it's not like I feel like it's very overrated. People are always like, "Oh, we went to like the only way," and I'm talking about central London and stuff. It's beautiful. Central London is literally it's gorgeous. London in itself is nice, but living here as someone who's born and like, grown up here, it's I don't understand the hype about it. Like, yeah, cool, you're in London, great for you. But London's only good if you're staying for a short while. If you're a tourist, I guarantee that you probably, if you've been to London, you liked it. Maybe, maybe not. But I know that a lot of people, a lot of international people that I've spoken to have said that they want to move to London because they think it's really nice. And I'm like, you can come visit, but don't live here because that will be the big mistake. London's only good if you've got money and if you're, if you know the right people. But it's not as luxurious as people it's not as luxurious as people make out for it to be. um I like this one. Childhood book. Okay, so I like. Okay, so I like most kids didn't really like reading that much. But then my mum bought me these princess books. Oh my god, I don't remember what the series are, but it's like princess, and then it has the name under it, and it's like a collection of all these different princess books. And there was also one for fairies and stuff, I think, as well. My mum got me those collections, and then my mum got me the naughtiest girl in the school collections. And guys, that book changed my life, because that was a book series that I was like, oh my god, this book series is incredible. It was a series of books that I actually liked. And guys, reading is so important. Please take up reading. And I know a lot of people don't like reading. Honestly, I've neglected reading quite a lot. But I think I'm going to read The Naughtiest Girl in the School again, because it was a really good series to read. That and The Wishing Chair collection was another childhood book. It's a massive book, but I think it's a trilogy. I can't remember, but it's a good book as well. And I remember those books will always be a part of me. I think I'm going to force my kids to read them in the future too. Someone said, do you like your name? Would you ever change it? You know, I have actually thought about this. I like my name, but what I don't like about it is that non-Arabs can't pronounce it. And I'm saying Arab specifically because, you know, it's an Arabic name, and people don't know how to pronounce it properly, even though most of the letters are the same. It's pretty easy. Jeehan, like I don't know, people add letters, they take letters away, they even remix my name. I don't know, that's why now I go by G, because I feel like if I had the thing is, my name is really easy, so I can't even say if I had an easier name, because my name is easy, but no, I wouldn't change it, ever. Maybe my surname, like if I get married, I change my surname. Just because right now, my name is what's stopping me from getting a job, because on my CV, people don't care about, they're using, oh, you don't have enough experience as an excuse, but it's definitely because of my name that people don't want to hire me. And you're probably thinking, well, how do you know that? Well, me and one of my friend's sisters, we both applied for the same job. She's got a European, or actually it's not really a European, it's a Spanish surname, I guess. She's got less experience than me, she's much younger than me. We applied for the same place. Guess who got the job? Because it wasn't me. And then my friend was like, maybe it's your CV, because I wrote my sister's CV. Give me your CV, I'll rewrite it. And I was like, okay, cool, but I'm telling you, it's my name. It's nothing to do with anything else on my CV. And she was like, no, I'm sure it's your CV. Let me rewrite it. And I was like, okay, cool. She wrote my CV again. My friend rewrote it for me. I was like, cool. Apply for another job using the CV that she rewrote for me. Guess who got rejected again from a job? Me, as always. And then I was like, see, it's my name. If my name wasn't Arab, I would have had a job by now. So, there you go. Would you ever want to be famous? Why? Or what for? Yes, the thing is with fame, it has its ups and downs. Honestly, guys, if I'm being honest, I want to be famous so I can meet other famous people. That's really all. That's all it is. Also, I want to be famous so that I can influence good, and spread good things and positivity. There's a lot of negative things in the world, especially right now, and I just feel that if I had a platform, I would actually know how to use it. So, yeah, and I'd want to be famous for social media, or actually, no, for YouTube, I guess, or for my podcast, or for something good. I don't want to be famous out of something bad. Someone said, what's your star sign? I'm a Scorpio. I'm not sure what that means. All I know is that nobody likes me because of it. You know what, guys? Can I just talk about this for a second? Why are people so, into zodiac signs to the point where they're like, I can't be friends with you because you're a Scorpio. Because that happened to me. I was having such a good conversation with someone, and I said to them, I was like, this is going to be a beautiful friendship. And they were like, oh, by the way, what's your zodiac sign? And I was like, Scorpio. They were like, yeah, this isn't going to work out. And then they blocked me on everything. And I'm like, because I'm a Scorpio, because before you even found out I was a Scorpio, we were going to be great friends. Like, I don't understand why people let it dictate their life. Like, I'm a Scorpio, and what? You could tell me that you're a, I don't know, Virgo or Leo? Who cares? You're seriously telling me that my personality is a certain way because I am a certain sign? No. Like horoscopes. Oh my god. Sometimes I read horoscopes just to make fun of them, like the ones that come on Snapchat. What is that all about? You're seriously telling me that I'm going to be stressed in May, but after May I'm going to be fine? Yeah, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, whoever writes the horoscope. Because you know full well that May is exam season. And that's why I'm going to be stressed, because most people who are into these zodiac signs are teenagers or young people or students, basically. So yes, of course I'm going to be stressed in the month of May because it's exam season, and obviously I'm not going to be stressed after May because exam season's over. So I just feel that a lot of people just follow star signs because it's the only interesting thing that they have in their life. And I know it sounds really rude, and I don't mean it in a rude way, but it's like you are seriously picking your friendships because she's a Cancer and he's a Taurus. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I bet some of you listening now are going to be like, that is such a Scorpio thing to say. And anyway, someone said, if you find money on the floor, do you keep it? It really depends how much it is. If it's like 1 or 2p, no, the grand can keep it. If it's like a £5 note, or a £50 or a £20 or a £10, like, or a couple pounds, like £1, £2, £3, like, we don't have a £3 coin, but if it's in the pounds, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna keep it. Hello, who wouldn't? But if I do see that someone's homeless, I'm not gonna give them the money, because they're more likely gonna spend it on drugs or cigarettes or alcohol, something that's not gonna benefit them. So instead, if I find money on the floor and I pick it up and there's a homeless person nearby, I'll just buy them something with that money that I find. If it's £5, I might go to KFC if there's a KFC nearby and buy them a meal. But if there's no one around, I'm gonna keep it, obviously. Like, hello. Don't act like you wouldn't keep it either, because I know that you will. You'll shove that money in your pocket straight away. What's your favourite season? My favourite season has to be, I don't know what the name is, but it's that transitional time between spring and summer, because the weather's literally just great. It's perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it doesn't really rain that much. It's like, it's the perfect, because summer's too hot and spring is like, I like spring because the flowers start to grow again and it's just really nice to see. But I like the transition from spring to summer, but I don't know what name that would be. Somebody said, what is my most used emoji? Let's find out actually. Okay, I'm on my phone. So it's the white heart. It's the emoji where the person's got the party hat on and blowing. Is that what's it called? It's not called that thing. It's like, ooh, I don't know, that, basically the party emoji. And it's the smirking emoji, because I always find it funny to put a smirking emoji at the end of everything. It's the shocked one, it's the handshaking one, it's the laughing emoji, it's the heart-eyed emoji, it's the emoji that's like with the hand covering the mouth, it's the blushing one, it's the blue heart, it's a loaf of bread, it's a tick emoji. Excited, sunshine, the heart with the flames, the laughing emoji with the tears coming down, the painting nails one, wand, black heart, the hot emoji of the sweat is the red emoji with the tongue sticking out and the teardrop. Sleeping one. And yeah, so you know, those are my recent emojis. Someone said, how many people are on your best friend list on Snapchat? Okay, let's find out. Let's see. Oh, only one person, and it's Anna. So Anna, if you're listening, you're literally my only best friend on my best friend list on Snapchat. I haven't done a podcast in so long. This is so weird. Someone said, well, this question is from the internet, but I thought it would be interesting. The last thing that I felt guilty about. The last thing that I felt guilty about. Oh, probably when I went on a walk with Rod yesterday and she was telling me about how her friends, or how I came across at her dinner party to her friends and stuff. I feel guilty and it made me feel like rubbish, but it was a conversation that had to be done. But yeah, that's something that I felt guilty, because I felt really bad. I was like, oh my god, I didn't mean to come across as that way. But yeah. Last text message I sent. Okay, so the last text message was to my sister. I said, do you have your mask? And she said yes. That was the last text that I sent. Yeah, that's basically all of the questions. How interesting. I have got a few guys, honestly, so one thing that I want people to understand is that I'm really trying my best to make it, and it's low, but I know that there are certain people out there like yourself who are doing small things to support me, like listening to my podcast or watching my YouTube videos or interacting with TikTok videos and Instagram stuff. So I just want to say that I really appreciate that, and it doesn't go unnoticed. In fact, if I ever see anyone in my notifications, I always stalk them. And I know that sounds really creepy, but it's like, if I see your username in my notifications, whether that's Snapchat or, no, not Snapchat, but whether that's Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, I will literally stalk you and find out who you are. So none of you listening, like, I know who you are. Not creepy way, but if you're commenting and engaging in anything that I post, I just really appreciate it, and I just really want to say thank you. It's because of you that you guys are helping me achieve or get closer to where I want to be. So it just means a lot, and I like to think that I have a friendship with people who support me, You guys can always text me on Snapchat or anything if you ever need anything, or you can DM me on Instagram. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling on now, so I'm just gonna end this episode here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, have an incredible morning, night, evening, afternoon, or day, wherever you are in the world. And I hope you guys will tune in next time. And yeah, see you guys.